Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today I'm going to show you what to do if you go to the art store, craft store, or even in your stash. If you have a paper maybe you're not really fond of or whatever, but how to use it in your art journal as a background or an ATC card. You can see this. This is a very busy pattern, but this could be used in several ways. So I'm just going to show you a couple ways to use it, and let's get going. So I'm just going to, this is a page I did the other day with tissue paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue over this, and I'm going to use this. This is from Deco Art. They sent this to me. It's heavy gel medium. This is a gloss. I wouldn't normally probably go for gloss on the background, but I'm going to because that's what I have. And it won't hurt anything. I just don't want to get too much on the top with the gloss, because what it'll do then is you can't work on top the way I am going to work on top. Now, of course, you can, you can still work on top of it. But I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to open this up. I do appreciate foil little things and all, but I tell you what, with RA and Fibro, it hurts to open. It's not easy. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of measure. Again, you can do this on an ATC card, canvas, whatever you have. What's on the back of this? Oh, this is pretty too. Huh. I kind of dig that too. All right, let's just do this right now, Cal. Focus, focus. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to overshoot a little bit, not too much, but what I'm going to do is I like to just kind of give it a little squeeze, if you know what I'm saying. Who doesn't like a little squeeze now and then? And there we go. And that gives me a basic outline, okay? I don't know why my camera's so white, but okay, maybe it's this. Let's see if that's better. Okay, so then I'm just going to go in. I'm going to cut it, fairly accurate. I'm not going to worry too much if it's a little over. I can cut that off at the end once everything's done. But you can see this is busy, and that's okay that it's busy. Nothing wrong with it being busy, but I think you see. And did I measure it wrong and cut it wrong? Of course I did. Why wouldn't I have? But I think you get what I'm saying. I have to measure things. I should have used my cutter. You guys do the good stuff. Don't always follow everything I do, because we'll all end up drawing crooked faces and crooked papers. So okay, so here we are, and I'm gonna take some of this, and like I said, this is pretty too, but we're just gonna do the one, and I'm gonna squirt it some down there, and it's on his side. All right, and I'm just gonna go in, spread it out, and I'll take it down far. Okie dokie. So I'll set that there, and then I'm going to go in with my paper, and I'm going to lay it down. And I'm going to push it real good. Okay, baby. Now, what I will do if I use Mod Podge is I will put it on the bottom, I will stick it, and then I will put some on top. But because this is gloss, because I want to paint over this background somewhat, if I put the gloss on top, what it will do, and like I said, for another kind of thing, not a big deal, but for what I'm going to do today, I don't necessarily want to do it, but it'll seal it. So then I could work on top of here, which would be great if that's what I wanted to do. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do a little bit here. Let me seal this so I can show you what I mean. Okay. And that's what I'll do with that. And I'm not going to worry too much how stuck this is, stuck down, because I really just want to kind of show you a couple things. And you can see that this got darker than where it's wet. You see? But that's okay. So I'm just going to hit it with my heat gun. Now this would be, heavy gel medium would be like your like regular gel matte medium from Golden, or what else is there? Super heavy gel from Liquitex, that kind of stuff. Or like I said, Mod Podge. And you'll see, I don't know if you can see it, but as it dries, it kind of goes back to the normal color. All right, let me wipe this because it'll be all over my arm. Okay, so I think you're picking up what I'm putting down. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of white paint, whatever white paint you have. I'm going to do a little bit there. I mean, that is it. Why am I so far back and over? What is going on in my life? Okay, so we have that, and then a little bit of black, which needs opened. I go through black and white paint. I go through Mod Podge like it's water. Or maybe for others it's coffee. I don't know. But, and see, like this, I won't waste. I'll just kind of squish it there because I know that I'm going to use, you know, not a ton. So then, now it's open. And this is just, I think this is licorice color, right? Yep. And brand new bottle, which I love. Oh, when I love something, I go through it. I'll go through it good. Okay, so I'm going to go light to dark only because it's just, I don't know. It's how I do it. I think that's what they say the rule should be. I don't know. But I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to squirt you. I'm going to squirt you. And I'm watering it down. Look at me go. Oh, she's such a good water downer. Okay. And then what I like to do sometimes, and you don't always have to do this, but I'll kind of wet the paper a little bit. Because what happens is when you go to put, this is just regular scrapbook paper, but it will absorb. So if I wet it, it'll kind of, it won't sink in as much, if that makes sense. So I'm going in, and because this is a busy background and I want to work on top, but I still want some of that background. And I'm going to even go over here. I'm going to show you. Look, you could see how, can you even see what is going on with the lighting? Sun outside, in and out, in and out. Okay. But you could see how much more opaque it is because of the gel medium. But this is what I do. And if you've been with me, you know. All right. So I do that with the white. I'm going to give it a second. Just a second. And then I'll go in and I will tap off. Now let me show you something. You can see when I go in like this and wipe it off, I can get, look, that color back because it was sealed. How well can you see that? But I want that a little, I want that more opaque on top. So I'm just going to go in a little bit more. And you can add more white paint if you want. I like to go in layers because I never know how dark I want it. And once you go too dark, you can't get that underneath back. I mean, you can spray it and it's, you know, and then wait for it to dry. It's not the end of the world. Acrylic paint is wonderful to work with, but this is what I'll do. Okay. So I will give that a second, and that's all I'll do for that. I'm going to rinse my brush, and I'm going to go in with the black now and getting it in. And I'm going to go down here. Depends on the look you're going for. Okay. Alright, let's see. Let me go up here. Give this a wipe. Okay. Now you see how that did that? How that made that? It is really hard to see. I don't know if that's going to help it. It's because it's so sunny out today. But it did. It pushed it back. And now let's do this black. But look, it's soaked in. Too much color. So then what I'm going to do is just spray some water on it. No big deal. And give it a wipe. Yeah. Plus, you know, when you wet things, it gets a little darker. And, you know, obviously when you're doing black, you're going to, or a darker color, you could do gray. You will get, it looks grungy, and that's the whole deal. Do you know what I mean? So it depends on the look that you're going for. And I could probably even go even more on here. Let me go, maybe I'll use, instead of satin, let me use just a regular white paint, because that was a satin, and that's obviously not making it as dark as I want it, so I can show you guys, because it does get hard on the camera. Alright, let's do this now. Hopefully this will be a little bit more opaque. This is just regular old acrylic paint. Okay. Let's see. Now I'll leave that go. So while that's going, but see that background now? Do you see the difference between this and this? Obviously you do. But you can still see that coming through, but you can't really. Do you know what I mean? Like here, you know what's under there. You know the colors. Here, it's kind of like, what's going on? You get this really great atmospheric, I guess is the word I want to use. Now, if you dab like this, you'll see you get texture as well. Then you leave it dry. But you can see, yeah, that was better than the satin. Do you see how it whites it out a little bit and pushes it to the back? And that's what you want. So I'm going to dry this real quick. Drying it, drying it. Okay. And there you go. See how it pushes it back, pushes it back? Where here, when you look, you're like, oh, these pink flowers are really, you know, coming out at you. Well, this, the white, kind of pushed it back a little bit. So now you can kind of work on top. Same with here. Now, something else that you can do. See, now what I'm going to do when I'm done here is take more black and black it all out like this. And then it'll just be a background for a grunge girl, a grunge page. But something else you can do is I'm going to take this. I'm just going to cut this straight off there. And, you know, I love doing big hair girls. I love doing odd girls, that whole thing. So, something that I will do at times is, you know, I'll clean that off later. I will take this and I will follow the outline. So I'll take my scissors and I'll say, well, I want this to kind of be as big as I can get it at the moment. So I will keep the whole flowers. I'm just going to do a very quick kind of thing so you get the gist of what I'm doing. I mean, this is 3 different things with one scrapbook sheet, right? I'll go here, and I don't need to cut all that off, or I can, doesn't matter. But if I turn it this way, it looks like it's a whole flower, even though it was only a piece. Do you know what I mean? And then I'll go here, and I will go in here, because I like that kind of wavy texture. I can go all the way in here, all the way out. And I think you're picking up what I'm putting down, right? And then I'll just kind of go around that one and okay. So you see what I'm saying. So we have this. Now these, what I've been doing is I like making my own paper. So I'll save these little scraps, put them in a Ziploc bag, and then I will soak them and then put them in the blender and make paper. And you get really cool. If you keep like colors together, you'll get different, you know, obviously different color pages. So then I'll look at this and I'll be like, oh, well, what way can I turn it that it would be good on a head? So, I don't know if I have any pictures in here. La 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 la. Come on, come on. Probably all in my other book. Because there was a point when I tried to, like, one book was for pages, backgrounds, another was for faces. And now I just can't be bothered. I just do whatever I want, whatever's near me, and I grab it. But I guess that's why I end up like this. Sticking. Okay, we'll do. This is one that I was drawing. So let's say I want her to have that kind of hair. Okay, or her. Canvas, art journal page, whatever it is. Then I would go and play like, oh, should I do it like this? Do you see what I'm saying? Look at that. I could, oh, look, that fits like right over her eye. I could do that. I could turn it this way and make it straight across, which I'm not really digging as much. I like it. I'm a tilted kind of girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm always a bit off, and yeah, I need it off. So then I could do it like that and then make her hair a complementary color to this, or you know, a color that makes it pop out more. So you see what I'm saying? So you really can play. If you're so inclined and you really dig, like you cut this out and you're like, oh, I really dig this. I love it. Look, it looks like she has you know, I don't know what they're called, you know, when they put those beautiful beads and things in between your eyes. And I don't know, I like to call it the third eye. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, so you could do something like that. Or like I said, if you're so inclined and you're like, you know, I really dig the way this is laying out, but the colors aren't exactly what I want. I want the outsides to be a bit more purple. And so take your markers or your paint or whatever, gel pens, and go and trace them or paint them yourself. I mean, use what you have at home to inspire you and to get you arting in whatever way you want. That's why I love doing mixed media, because there's no rules. Whatever works. So do something like this. And then if you have extra pieces over, or let's say like this is hanging over that much, cut this so it goes like that, and then you can add more coming down as her sides or on her dress or what have you. You can take this and maybe you have a piece left and you're like, oh, well, you know, on her neckline is her dress. Put it so it looks like a collar. I mean, or as her dress. There's so many things you could do with one sheet of scrapbook paper. And again, a lot of them have two sides. So I have this whole other to play with if that's what I want to do. You know, so many wonderful things to do and to play and to really get bang for your buck. That's what I'm about. That's why when I show you items, I will be honest on how I feel, and I will tell you, like, look, because I know how important it is to save money, and I know what it's like not to have money. So, you know, to use and buy things where you could use them in different ways is a big deal. And like I said, go for the clearance sections of scrapbook paper at your local craft store, hobby store, because you can just do so many things. This, where I would have passed up, now I'm like, I look at it differently. Well, what else can I do with it? Oh, that would make a beautiful dress. Oh, that would make, you know what I mean? So, oh, and then if you have butterfly, you can cut out. Oh, geez, oh, Pete, I could go on for hours. But, you know, I could put a butterfly in her hair. I could put, oh, I could just go on. So, like I said, what I want to say, one scrapbook paper, what, 3 different ways, 4 different ways. I can give you many more. I would sit here and bore you, I'm sure. But let me know down below. Have you done any of these? Have you used any of these? Would you use any of these? And yeah, let me know. So as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. I love you guys so very much, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Progress, not perfection. And that is about it. That is about it. Just be kind to each other. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.